what an amazing organization the Corporate Eco Forum is. And what an amazing person CK was. I'm really sorry that I never really knew him personally, but his vision about sustainability, both environmentally and sociologically, et cetera, is so important. I mean, it's the future of our world. So I come to you almost directly from the UN conference Rio +20. And the really interesting thing about that 2 weeks of an enormous beehive of attention to all the issues that we care about was that the official negotiations were pretty disappointing. They just, you know, they didn't really get very far. And if you saw the New York Times account of this in yesterday's paper, repeated today in the International Herald Tribune, I actually had a lot to do with that because I sat down with the New York Times person and said, you know, the really interesting things happening here are not in the negotiating room. It's what's happening outside in 3,000 side events involving the private sector and NGOs and the rest. And I managed to make a few of those. It was really hard to make all of them because it was all so stretched out over the Rio landscape. But one of those was a Corporate Eco Forum event, which Neil Hawkins was a really important part of. And so what's going on here is while government may be paralyzed, the private sector, both in civil society and in for-profit society, is taking the lead. And so it's more than appropriate that Neil be the person recognized tonight. I've known him for some time. Our paths have intersected many times. They've always been wonderful intersections. He, you know, is responsible for Dow's 2015 sustainability goals. He actually had a lot to do with moving China through its Ministry of Environment and together with the UN Environment Program in dealing with chemical issues and how to manage them and emergency preparedness in that country. But more than anything, he's responsible for a partnership with the Nature Conservancy, which finally culminated in this amazing event that I managed to be part of for about 45 minutes last week, of all these companies, Dow in the lead, but many others, trying to figure out how they can actually do their corporate accounting to take the values of nature into account. So that's pretty extraordinary. And that's why Neil totally deserves this award. Neil.
Well, that's very exciting. Tom, I really appreciate the, should I go ahead and make remarks?
Whichever.
All right. It's very humbling to have Tom Lovejoy introduce you and make remarks. So, Tom, thank you very, very much. And it's extremely humbling to stand here before you and receive this award in honor of CK Prahalad. I sincerely want to thank MR and PJ and the Corporate Eco Forum for this recognition. I really want to thank CK's family, for being here tonight. He was a remarkable leader who used all his immense gifts to help others individually, organizationally, and on a massive global scale. CK was the pride of the University of Michigan, and I'm pleased that I knew CK at Michigan. He was a once-in-a-generation talent and a real difference maker. So it's very humbling to me to receive this award. CK believed in the power of business to do good while also being a successful enterprise. And I work for a company that has embarked on a journey to follow his challenge. I work for the Dow Chemical Company, a research-based science and technology company. We're working to help solve the world's great challenges like affordable housing, clean water, sustainable agriculture, sustainable infrastructure, sustainable energy, really trying to make the whole global economy more sustainable. And because chemistry underpins 95% of all products made, our opportunities are broad and deep in the global economy. But beyond just having business opportunity, because of our strength in chemistry and materials, we really also have, I believe, a unique responsibility as well, which Dow takes very seriously. Making this transition as a company requires working from the inside out and from the outside in to change and transform a company culture. I've been with Dow for 24 years and have been fortunate to be part of this revolution. Our journey involves a lot of listening, and listening is really key because a company like mine can become insular, so you've got to really listen. And we have to discern the emerging trends and drivers, but also have a very sharp focus on implementing strategies that take advantage of our core competencies and our culture. And as you mentioned with the TNC collaboration as well as other collaborations we have, Dow is really being transformed through the power of collaboration. And it's collaborations with NGOs like TNC, governments, communities, and customers. Finding the way to successful integration of transformational strategy is the domain of entrepreneurs, okay? Leaders working from the inside out of companies. Transforming companies is hard work. We all know that, but it's very satisfying work. In closing, I want to salute all my colleagues here in the Corporate Echo Forum who are leading their companies through similar journeys. You, all of you, are the entrepreneurs that are changing business today. You all inspire everyone here in the room. That's why we come together in the Corporate Eco Forum. And it's to fulfill the challenge and the vision of CK Prahalad. Let's change the world through the power of business. Thank you.
It's you.
Well, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Thank you.